Hi, I'm making meatballs. I had two things of turkey. I was actually going to do like a turkey meat sauce with spaghetti squash, but I changed my mind and I want to do turkey meatballs because Josh really loves meatballs. And texturally, I just thought a meatball would be better with like that crust on the outside. Let's get started. I've got 2 containers of 93.7 ground turkey. I don't know when it started being 1.3 pounds instead of 1 pound, but here we are. 4 C's breadcrumbs. These are the ones with Pecorino Romano, and I have a little bit of ricotta cheese to use up, so I'm going to add some moisture, some Piedmont pennies. I have some locatelli cheese. Guys, I am okay. I'm still getting messages. I promise I'm okay. Thank you for your concern, though. 2 eggs. I use 1 egg per pound. Little Fairlife milk, cream, heavy cream, light cream. Leave it out. You don't have to. Parsley, garlic powder, onion powder, kosher salt, black pepper. Gloves so we don't get stuff under our nails. 99% of the time when I make meatballs, I use fresh ground sirloin. Like I said, I happen to have this ground turkey because I was going to make something else. We're using this. Crumbs. Using some of these Piedmont pennies. These are like a cheesy breadcrumb. This is a Parmesan herb flavor. Oh my gosh. They smell amazing. I like a lot of cheese because you know it's my fave. 1 egg. 2 eggs. Like I said, I have some of this ricotta cheese left to use. Still smells good. I'm just double checking. This is only maybe like a 1/4 cup or so that's left in here. But it'll provide some nice moisture to those turkey meatballs. Parsley, onion powder. I don't use fresh onions, so people puree it or dice it. I just never really have. A little bit of garlic powder, kosher salt, cracked black pepper. And now we get into our meatballs. But before people freak out, I'm going to pull my hair back behind my shoulders. Sure, it's still not good enough and people are going to want it in a clip. But I forgot the milk. Hold on. Just a tiny bit. You don't need a lot. But there's a technique in cooking. I say this every time, but people still ask. So I'm going to keep saying it until people understand it. It's called a panade. I don't know if it's called a technique or whatever, but a panade is bread soaked in milk. And what that does is it keeps the moisture in your meatballs. I like a little bit of milk in my meatballs. If you don't like milk in your meatballs, you shouldn't use milk in your meatballs. But I promise you, it'll be nice and tender. All right, everything's mixed up. If you want to, nope, there's something in here I don't want. If you want to use a scooper to make sure that they're more even, knock yourself out. We like them about that big. I'm actually pre-making these all now, and then I'm going to fry them later because I am doing my skillet meatballs. If you've never seen this recipe, it's not like making a pot of gravy and having the meatballs and letting it cook on the stove all day. This is, I sear them. I put like gravy or marinara, whatever sauce over top of them. Let me rewind. I start with a cast iron pan. I find that that's the most important part. So then I let them cook in the oven for maybe, I don't know, an hour. And then they get a really good crust on them. Then I put cheese on them. And that's it. We eat them just like that. Meatballs are all rolled. I'm going to cover these, put them in the fridge until we're ready to fry them. My pan is nice and hot, so I'll add olive oil just to coat the bottom. I do feel like these might not all fit in here, but I'm going to do my best. I'm actually furious, but there's nothing I can do. I'll see if these shrink down a little bit, and then I'll add the others if I can. And then as these get a crust on them, whoops. We'll want to flip them. There we go. I actually did have the space to fit those other 2 in there. These look incredible. Now you should use whatever kind of gravy or marinara or sauce, whatever it is you have that you like. Add some locatelli cheese on top, and these will go in the oven at 425 uncovered for about an hour. Check on The liquid, you don't want them to dry out. If you have fresh basil or parsley, put that on top. Just took my spaghetti squash out of the oven. I wanted to show you what I did. Punched a bunch of holes in it, microwaved it for 2 minutes, flipped it over, did 2 more minutes. Then I cut it in half, took out the seeds, drizzled olive oil, salt, and pepper over it, and then I roasted it at 425. If you're seeing a theme, I pretty much cook almost everything at 425. And now I just take all of the squash out of here. Also put it right back into the pan that I just roasted it in. I'll take some butter. I didn't realize the expiration date on this. Not that it's bad, but I'll never use it all. So that's why I'm using the spreadable butter. A little bit of salt, pepper. Mix this butter into the squash. Got some Parmesan cheese and I'll put that over top. I'll put this back in the oven on the top rack so that nice hot heat, you know what I mean, browns the top a little bit. I like how it gets like some crispy bits on it. All right, the meatballs are done to our liking. I am gonna put some more cheese on top, put them back in the oven and let the cheese melt. Basically, I'm going to use what I have, which is I have this little bit of mozzarella and provolone left. And I have this other, like, Trader Joe's shredded cheese. People are about to lose their minds over this. I'm telling you, though. These are, like, the best. First, they're turkey. They had bread and milk in them. Listen, I've said it before. The people who came before us, they used what they have. I use what I have. I have this much mozz. Might have been enough. So I'll put that on top as well. Got our meatballs, our spaghetti squash, a little bit of Caesar salad. Let's have a taste. I'm excited to try these because they're turkey and we usually use beef, but I already know they're gonna be so moist. There's the lady who gets mad that I put my hand up. Babe. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh my God. Honey, you're gonna die. Here. You're gonna love them, I mean. Guys, on a Wednesday,